In 1975, 21-year-old Christopher Boyce walked through the gates of a CIA black site. He had no military training and no history of espionage. His only credential was a family connection at Rockwell International. He was assigned to the Black Vault, a windowless room where classified cables between the CIA and Australian stations pulsed across teletype machines. Boyce sat at his desk, staring at intelligence reports that felt like a heavy weight. A sharp, cold resentment toward the government began to grow in his chest, fueled by the secrets he saw flickering on those screens. One quiet afternoon, Boyce pulled a camera from his bag, his hands steady despite the risk. He snapped photos of top-secret satellite positioning data and agent rosters, capturing the nation's most guarded secrets in a flash of light. He tucked the film into a package and mailed it to the Soviet embassy in Mexico City. The KGB responded quickly with cash deliveries, and for 2 long years, Boyce funneled encryption keys and identities to Moscow. He was a ghost in the machine, dismantling the system from within while the world remained oblivious to the leak. The game ended in 1977. The FBI burst into Boyce's apartment and cuffed him, the cold steel of the shackles signaling the end of his double life. The damage assessment was catastrophic. The CIA had lost decades of intelligence superiority in a matter of months. A judge sentenced him to 40 years in federal prison, labeling him a traitor to his country. Behind the bars of a high-security facility, most thought the story of Christopher Boyce was over. But in the silence of his cell, a new plan was already beginning to take shape. In 1980, Boyce made his move. Under the cover of a moonless night, he used a pair of homemade wire cutters to slice through the perimeter fence. He vanished into the shadows before the guards even noticed the breach. For 19 months, the FBI scoured the country. But Boyce stayed 2 steps ahead. He moved through the rugged Pacific Northwest, robbing banks to fund his life on the run. He lived in plain sight, adopting new identities, and blending into small towns while the world's most powerful agencies hunted him. Every day was a gamble, a high-stakes pursuit through forests and city streets. He wasn't just a spy anymore. He was a phantom, a living reminder of the government's inability to contain him. The manhunt became a national obsession, a symbol of a system that had been outsmarted by a young man with a grudge. He survived on his wits, moving from one hiding spot to the next, always watching the horizon for the flashing lights that he knew would eventually come. He was eventually captured, but the core failure remained exposed. A young man with zero training had dismantled the nation's highest-level security. The question lingered long after his recapture. How did he gain the keys to the kingdom? Some secrets, it seems, are impossible to keep.